I thought it was only Faze. You remember that huge thing with Faze promoting fuck, what was it? It was like a loot box gambling thing, like win yourself a pair of Yeezys by clicking this link, and then you'd click the link and you'd win like a piece of bubblegum in a box. Yeah, I remember that was RiceGum that was doing that one. That was the big one back then. Actually, Tier 1 Ghoul Grump and the big Tier 3 Destroy. And the resub Breadest of Bread and JP. And definitely not doing that, Salman. Sounds horrible.
This is the story of the worst influencer scam I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them, okay? I'm practically a connoisseur at this point, a specialist in influencer scams, if you will. So believe me when I tell you that. So today I'm going to be giving you the short version and the full juicy story of the new allegations coming out on
Raging Bull.
Save the Kids token. We already know that Save the Kids was a failed crypto pushed by some of the top influencers on YouTube. If you haven't already seen my video, it's right here. You can also watch Mudahar's video on this. We've covered this in great detail. But what no one knows is whether any of these influencers knew it was going to be a scam ahead of time. They can and have claimed plausible deniability, one of them saying, quote, "I have no ill intent promoting any crypto altcoins. It was all a big mistake. They are victims just like the other people." Today, I will be showing that this was a complete lie, because I've traced some of these influencers' crypto wallets and will be revealing what they did with the crypto coins they've promoted to you and are now trying to hide the evidence now that it's all coming out. I will also be showing you hard proof that this Save the Kids token wasn't designed to benefit kids. I will show you in the literal code of the coin itself that it was designed from the outset with the intention to extract money from these influencers' fans and followers. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, I saw Muda's video on it, but it wasn't a crazy story then. This is apparently crazy.
Detective, and wow, there's no way to make this a short story. So we're going to start this case at the beginning. A month ago, a friend of mine reached out to me and told me about a failed crypto project called Save the Kids token. That wasn't that surprising. I get tips all the time, and I just sort of shelved the project while working on my Tether investigation. But something they had said had stuck with me. They had told me that several influencers were on board with this one, making it different. Faze K, Faze Jarvis, Faze Tico, Faze Nikan, RiceGum, Summer Ray. I mean, these are some big some of the biggest in the influencer world. Together, they have well over 50 million followers between them. So the fact that all these huge names are behind something, it made me want to revisit it. How could they allow themselves to promote something that fell so flat? As soon as it launched, it was dead on arrival. You know, this got me interested, and it had me thinking. I had recently covered the Kim Kardashian promotion. I'd seen the Floyd promote crypto, and I was starting to wonder,
how much money Floyd promoted a crypto?
Stuff, right? How much are people paid?
The man can't even read. I mean, I'm sure who would be like, yeah, I'll buy what he's selling.
Like this for free.
My name's Frazier.
My name's Jarvis.
I'm Tico. I'm RiceGum.
I'm Nikon.
And I support Save the Kids token.
Save the Kids token.
Save the Kids token.
Save the Kids token.
This is so sweet. Wow.
So I decided to look into it. The first thing I did was
Tier 1 Ivysaurus Rex in the Prime,
Save the Kids,
Khaki and Resub Calmader and Animaniac.
They wrote some article basically explaining why it all failed. They said in a post, the most important thing to state here is that ambassadors of Save the Kids are not paid by us and are not given any kids tokens.
Yeah, that's probably right. I believe that.
Dump their tokens, as claimed in the Telegram. As ambassadors, were never given any tokens. Any of our ambassadors are involved in our project because they have bought into and believe in our mission. Ah, yes, we'll come back to that later. They believe in helping kids. Remember that. So I'm thinking at this point, okay, they believe in their project. You're saying they weren't given any kids tokens.
Why do you keep saying blowed his dick so hard I made butthole Weisel? Like, what does that even mean? Is that like a Dr. Seuss book?
Anti-bot mechanism.
Why do you just keep saying that for the last like 10 minutes?
Hard code that prevents large holders of a coin from selling out at once. And this piece of marketing was repeated over and over.
Animaniac and Royal Bulge.
Can't sell more than 0.1% or transfer it in 24 hours. No larger than 20% of a whale's botted wallet can be sold within 24 hours, yes. And the whole idea here is to show people that this project is not going to be a quick rug pull, which in crypto is a term for when a project gets pumped and dumped immediately on arrival and is abandoned by large investors. And in their postmortem, they say these actual measures did indeed work as expected. It was audited by TechRate. But if everything worked as expected and these ambassadors were just in it for the kids, why did the project immediately crash?
Well, because kids stopped existing. There was no kids left to save. Everyone was just protected. We saved every kid.
We're telling a
None
very
left.
different story. Members of the Telegram were panicking and insisting that millions were scammed. Faze team took the profit and left. Why would Faze risk their reputation for this?
Yeah, and they have
You
such a
guys
good
do know
reputation.
Faze Clan has done multiple pump and dumps, right? LMAO, there's a reason all their
Thanks
tweets
to
were
the
removed
resub,
after they sold
Arcane,
out on
Starkey,
launch.
and vibes.
Usually you don't have a whole host of people accusing you of scamming if there was nothing fishy going around. So I decided to do some further digging, and this whole idea of ambassadors and not being given any coins turns out to maybe be wrong. According to the admin, they said, ambassadors bought in. We don't have their wallets. Don't know who bought or sold. Interesting, because earlier we were told they didn't sell. And then we
Oh.
get this news. Quote, we got confirmation from some of our ambassadors that they would not sell anything and simply bought pre-sale to support the project.
Fuck
If you don't
yeah.
know, pre-sale is a special
Very
access
nice.
to people before the token
Thanks to
becomes
resub
publicly available
snack.
on the market. Typically, you get much better
Yeah, I like
rates to
Jev.
buy at. But again, this idea that these
Jev's the
influencers
fucking man.
didn't get anything from this project other than just wanting to help the kids seems to be a
Thanks,
little
resub
bit
in solitude.
disingenuous, since it seems like some of them bought in. But again, we're reassured, look, they're not going to
There's
sell,
some Jake.
right? So at this point, I'm thinking things are really fishy, so I reach out to Lucas, the developer. See, after the failure of Save the Kids and everything flopped, he was basically the last person still hanging around the project. And at first he seemed helpless, kind of like a fall guy, honestly. In a post, a moderator explains that Lucas is not the founder of this coin, even though he developed it. He says, quote, Lucas is a dev that was contracted till the 14th of June to write and set the foundation of this coin. Lucas chose to stay on and to work on this project.
Why
on
even
one
bother?
coin, whilst the other
Save money,
left.
just
He's
pretend the
not
coin
owner
exists.
of the coin.
You don't need to
Fair
program
enough.
shit.
A little bit weird that we don't know who's responsible for
Just
this
set up a
giant
website and
coin
say,
that's
"Here, buy
pushed by
here."
these huge celebrities, but fine. When I reached out, Lucas responded and was pretty eager to help, honestly. He had said he had been taking a break from Telegram. I said, no worries, thanks for reaching back out. I asked him, who is
Thanks
the
to
true
resub
founder
Greeley.
of Save the Kids? Because he's just
I know
seems
Mr.
like a
Bowen.
developer, but it seems like he would know. Was it Faze Clan, influencer, the mob?
Not really
who's
what I'm
involved
looking
in
for,
this
though.
thing? I literally have no idea. He told me, I wish I could let you know, because I really don't. We kept talking, and he told me that he suspected foul play and that this was bigger than one crypto coin. My theory, a group of large money names are going around finding dev teams, finding promoters, and setting up a large hyped launch, then dipping initially. He also told me the only real contact he had
Thanks to
was
Tier
to a guy
1
named Manny
Crown and the Prime
H.
Eden.
I asked for their contact information. He said no clue. Blocked. I got blocked by all of the team, basically. All right, so at this
What a
point,
good idea.
I'm pissed, right?
Block the one guy that
here's
could
this
ruin
poor
everything for
dev
you.
who gets made to be the fall guy for a token that like wasn't his idea. Seems like he got hired to do it. Now it's coming on him. So
Thanks to
I'm
Tier
like,
1 Deft.
look, can you think of any tie to the founders? You know, it only takes
True,
one clue
Jacob.
to find everything. And he responds that he does have a clue. So I got tokenomics@gmail.com that sent me the contract, who I also emailed back my PayPal for the 10K they paid me. Then all the rest was from H on Telegram. Bingo. That's all we need. Tokenomics@gmail.com. That's the clue that's going to unravel everything. I start searching.
It's like a
the internet,
Scooby-Doo
right? I
case.
get the computers.
They're gonna
running
unmask it and it's him.
24/7.
CoffeeZilla's
All
behind
logged
all of
in,
it.
But I can't find anything. This account is a ghost. Usually there are a few threads you can pull on.
Check your
Nothing.
bits. No,
So
that
then I
was a
contact
meme.
my buddy,
They didn't actually
Barely
donate
Sociable.
fucking
He starts
20K bits or
digging
whatever that
around and
was.
pings me back with news I couldn't have ever expected.
The kid is lying. That email doesn't exist on PayPal. I used forgot password to check. According to PayPal, there is no account associated with that tokenomics@gmail.com.
That's something that I hadn't considered before.
Thanks to Tier
Maybe
1
this
Good.
developer, if
The
he's a real
resub
person,
Chug.
maybe he's lying to me and he's actually involved in sending me on some wild goose chase. I don't want to let him know I'm suspicious yet, so I start asking for
Pepe
this
Sylvia,
contract that he
yeah.
seems to have signed. All of a sudden, he gets testy. He asks for a lawyer. Interesting. The next day, he makes it even more clear. He says, hey, Zilla, sorry. So my lawyer said don't share anything for now. And also, I'm not sure I'm willing to help out much more. since your video has been up, I've gotten a lot of death threats, and somehow my family even got one, so I'm not looking to further involve myself. Sorry, hope you understand.
What a weird
Just a quick caveat,
story.
I didn't mention Lucas in the video at all that he's talking about. I respond, Lucas, you need to talk, man. If you have nothing to hide,
Is
I
it
can make
tier
sure you
1
get fairly represented.
Hoochie?
But parts of your story aren't lining up.
Yeah,
like
maybe
this
sound in a
10,000
bit.
from PayPal from tokenomics@gmail.com. I checked that email for PayPal. It doesn't exist. A couple hours later, he deleted his account. All these logs were saved in advance. And at this point, I'm pissed because I'm pretty sure that this kid is full of it or not telling me the whole story of what he knows
Whoa.
and is sort of trying to back out of this thing because I never mentioned him in my video, and he's sort of all of a sudden, as soon as I start asking bigger questions, he starts clamming up, talking about lawyers. And I'm still no closer to finding out the truth about what happened with Save the Kids. I mean, was it influencers? What was it? This developer?
Like
Was
the
it
resub
this anonymous
cookies?
founder, Mr. H? Like, who's behind it all? Who's responsible for this? In my first video I'd put out, I had called the coin a scam.
I answered that,
but
Smokeless.
there's not
I
much
talked
you can
about
say
Mr.
as far
Bow in there
as
for a minute.
Did they sell? Didn't they? It
Don't
sure seems
really like
they
it that
did,
much,
but
man.
We don't
Not
know
for a YouTube
who
night.
or how much they sold. So it feels like at every turn I'm stonewalled. The dev isn't talking. I can't trace the wallets. The influencers are staying silent. Now the thing is,
No
at this
one's
point,
gonna
you
get
kind of
arrested.
know
It's
these
crypto.
influencers got in on
At
the
this point, it's
pre-sale.
like made
They
for
told us this, but
scams.
here's the thing. We know where those
Any real
pre-sales
projects are
went.
fucking
That's
dead
one
now
cool feature of
because
blockchain
everyone just now
technology.
knows
It's
them all
public
as
to everyone.
scams.
You know, where the money was sent, what those wallets then did with those Save the Kids tokens, exactly when they sold them, if they bought more, etc.
There's some
It's all
Mackie
out there.
RS1
The
and
problem
guns.
is, we don't know whose wallets are whose. There isn't some big name on these long blockchain addresses that says like Faze Clan or RiceGum. It's just a bunch of random numbers and letters. And without that key information, there's no way of really telling which influencer sold what. if they
Until
were just
now.
Dupes, you know? Maybe they got in over their heads and simply were fooled like everyone else.
Thanks for
Maybe
the
they
5
were
gift subs,
victims,
Nate.
right? So we
And the
really
resub
don't have
Carl.
the full story.
Thank you,
So
Nate.
for a day or two, I was just like stuck thinking about
Resub
how can we
Twinks.
prove whose wallets are whose. But
And
then I
sand.
remember something. These influencers have been deleting tweets, like a lot. Some of them deleted their support of Save the Kids project, but that's not all. They've even deleted other crypto projects that they've promoted and done giveaways. And I started to wonder, what if those projects were also scams? What if, at minimum, they were equally
Oh.
sketchy? What if this wasn't a one-time
There's the
thing?
prime take,
And what
though.
if they left some incriminating evidence in one of their earlier schemes? It's worth a shot because, like, my other leads were drying up quick. So I just start no-lifing the archives. Tweet after deleted tweet, I'm hunting through, and finally, I notice a pattern of giveaways with some of these guys. They'll say something like, "This is the craziest thing I've ever done. I will double your Safe Galaxy wallet." This tweet has now been deleted, but I pulled it up in the archives. And then they pick some winners. You won. Just confirming this is the right address? Maybe you see where this is going. Let's go. Here's my wallet address. This is all we need. Using this wallet, we simply cross-check it at the time of giveaway, see that they got the winnings, and then check who sent it. We then check if
He
that
did
address
it.
has Save the Kids
He
tokens
did it.
and other tokens that these people have promoted in the past. If it's actually Faze K's wallet, it should have
He's
both
assuming
Save
direct
Galaxy,
control.
which he's promoting here, and Save the Kids tokens, which he also promotes. And it does. Here's the Save the Kids tokens.
Hey,
And
thanks for the
here's
huge
Save
10 gift
Galaxy
subs,
tokens,
Greeley.
which
Thank you, Greeley.
incidentally he got from the Save Galaxy deployer, meaning he's not just some random person. He's clearly someone with influence. That's
really
how
appreciate it,
these
Greeley.
tokens do it. They give free tokens to the influencers from the deployer wallet. That's all there is to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I just repeated that process for each influencer, and I found 3 confirmed wallets: Faze K, Faze Jarvis, and Faze Nikan. The others
Thanks to resub
remain a
Marshmallow
mystery.
and the gift
But
sub.
you know what this means? It
Spoiled.
means now that we have their wallet address, which is public, we just didn't know whose public wallet address was theirs. Now that we have that, we can see what they did with their Save the Kids tokens. We can check all their so-called crypto endorsements that they've been doing and find out do they actually endorse these products or do they dump them immediately on you?
Let's
Before
see.
show you
I
what they did,
wonder.
just remember, these guys, these influencers, leading up to this token being launched, promotional tweets are sent out. You know, a damn commercial was being made. And remember,
Is there
it's
some
all to save
mustachio?
the kids, right? We're doing this not for money, but to save the kids. This is Faze Jarvis's wallet. He got in.
I don't know about
pre-sale
that,
and
Lycon, but
quickly
I hope
sold
it
out
goes well, man.
2/3 of his total holdings within days of the launch. This is Faze Nikan. He immediately sold about 1/3 of his total holdings and then seems to have held on to the rest. But by far, the really bad one was Faze K's wallet. He dumped all of his kids' tokens immediately. Within 24 hours, he went from 6.2 billion tokens to 4 tokens now. That's right. He sold all but 4 tokens. But obviously, what's interesting here is that not all of these
Brioche and
influencers
Lucifer.
acted quite the same way. You know, Faze Nikan sold 1/3 right away, held onto the rest. Faze Jarvis sold 2/3.
How much did he make off that?
But Faze K completely abandoned the project altogether. Why? Well, I think it has to do with their intentions. Look, I looked pretty extensively over Faze Nikan and Jarvis's wallet history.
So
They
when does
do not,
RiceGum
in
come
my
into this,
opinion,
then?
have a pattern of malicious selling. What I mean by that is when they get a coin, you know, maybe they'll get some coins, sell some, buy some, and, you know, sell some more, hold on to something like a trader would.
Holy
and of course,
fuck.
I'm not saying that promoting garbage scam coins to your fans is okay, right? It's not. But everything they're doing, it seems like they're not premeditating to sell everything. Faze K, on the other hand, whose wallet we're looking at now, should be called Faze Rug, actually. What I mean by that is that he not only sold Save the Kids in...
Alright, I've got the gist of it now. Sounds about what I was hearing on Twitter. Thanks to the gift sub Lost and Raulo and the resub Aesthetically Geeky. Nice. You missed a lot? What, in the rest of the video? Isn't it just going to be that for the other two? It's pretty much exactly what it was like a week ago. Except now it was like completely tracked and confirmed. What do you do with the cards of Pokemon packs? Just wipe my ass with them and just throw them away. That's about it, really. Thanks to tier 1, thanks for the tire. Oh, thanks for the tier 1. Nice. Fuck yeah. Thanks to the resub Vera. And the resub Milky Way. I don't know Milky Way. Milky Ways are fine. Didn't you promote a coin, Charlie? I talked about every coin ever fucking made. The one that I was really big into, though, was Bingus. I bought so much of that shit. Now it's all worth $0. So I pretty much just scammed myself just by buying crazily on FOMO. But yeah. All my shit's $0. I never sold a fucking thing. The only good thing about the charity ones was I kind of expected that eventually happen, but at least it all went to dogs. So, it was a donation and a broken dream. Doge is where it's at. You're right, you caught me in a lie. I sold Doge. That was the one thing I sold right before Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live. I